me low. Oh yeah, keep me low. I get the glory. It caught me trust. Have mercy on us. Yeah. The money can't even compare. Nah. Always can count on him. Yeah. Always can depend on him. Yeah. Yes, sir. And we back with another one. God is good. Y'all don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button as you come on in. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. All right, now look. I want to give y'all, a little bit of my experience, when I first went on my first 90 days. Like, I want to say 90 to 120, the female attraction and the signs that I got, that showed me that, this journey was real, and that, I was building myself spiritually, physically, and mentally. Notice that I didn't say financially, mentally, physically, and spiritually. See what I'm saying? Understand? Y'all don't realize how powerful it is when you don't release, when you ain't constantly jerking off. But look, we gonna jump right on into it, right? I want to say, and keep in mind, when this happened, the job that I was at, I was around females. You see what I'm saying? I worked around females, but I was there maybe 5 months before I jumped on semen retention. So before them 5 months, I was in a lower vibration, understand? So as I was going on, these females I was seeing passing by, or speak, you feel me? But other than that, that was it, or a whole little conversation. But as they didn't even realize, but then when I found semen retention, they didn't even realize that I was changing in front of their faces. They didn't even realize I was self-improving in front of their faces. Understand? Right? So we're gonna go with the first one. And these things that I remember, my experiences. Other people might have had different experiences, but this is what I remember. This is what I experienced, and I remember really so vividly. You feel what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Understand? Right? So the first one that I can remember, it was a female, right? And I seen her quite a few times, right? And I never forget, I was working on the line, and I used to see this back when I was working 60 days, 60 hours a week. So I seen her, and then keep in mind, y'all, I'm singing a song in my head, that Angie song, no more rain in these clouds. I think that's what it was called. But I was singing it in my head. And I walked past her. And she was like, "Ooh, he's singing my song." But I heard her when she said it. She was like, "Ooh, he's singing my song." And I was like, I kind of looked at her a little like, Cause I'm like, man, I know I wasn't singing that song out loud. You feel what I'm saying? So when she seen, so when I seen that, she had did she end up? I was like, she like, you singing my song? I like, nah, it's your song, Edge Stone. And she was like, oh nah, I ain't talking about that. But I'm telling you, I don't know if it was something spiritually or what had I came across, but I don't know if that was her trying to break the ice of just talking to me. Cause keep in mind, we had seen each other quite a few times before. And she never, we never used to say nothing to nobody, to each other until that day. Right? So that was the first time. Keep on. And a lot of these females, I'm telling you, man, good looking females, nice shape, everything. Understand what I'm saying? Right? So bam, another time. So the same female, she comes, I want to say like a week later, I see her again, but we just chopped it up. We just chopped it up for maybe like 5-10 minutes. You see what I'm saying? But she telling me, oh, I'm cute for albino and things like that. But she came out of straight, but what I noticed about it was that I was really looking her, like standing up straight, looking her in her eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like talking with no like, with confidence. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all this. Like most of the time, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm saying that I never did it, but it was a different feeling, a different vibration. Understand? When I was talking to her, right? But we just chopped it up for a little minute, but I found out that she had a boyfriend that worked around the plant. So, you know, we had to just go and cut that short. But, you know, and that's when your discernment, your discernment will tell you things like this. So make sure y'all raise y'all discernment. And it's something that you got to ask God for. You feel what I'm saying? But as your spirit, as you go to build your spirit, you know, and ask him for discernment, it'll come up. Understand? Right? So that's like, that's another situation. Then another situation where I was telling y'all about the Puerto Rican, I think she was Mexican and black, or Puerto Rican and black, or something like that. But keep in mind, nice looking female, nice shape, nice everything. Understand? So keep in mind, I had done seen her quite a few times. And all these females I done seen quite a few times. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It works, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just your vibe, your by me, and then coming into them 90 to 120 days, I was working out like crazy. I could just feel the aggression. You know, I had to do things because, you know, I was, you know, your attitude would change. You know what I'm saying? You in a more, you're not accepting all the BS. You see what I'm saying? You calling people out on their BS. You really just, you know what I'm saying, you self-improving yourself and putting boundaries on yourself and loving yourself more, so you're not just going for the BS. Understand? So it was another one with the Puerto Rican black, right? So she was like, oh, keep in mind, I had seen her a couple of times, you know, and I was working online making a combo. And the way that I was making the combo, they got other lines that, like, once you go through this door, they got other lines that you can go to, like line 2 or line 3. I'm on line 1. So you can go another way, but you can come through my way where I'm making the combo at, and you can go through the door. So 9 out of 10, you gotta see me when you walk past. So she keep in mind, she done walked past this door plenty of times, y'all. Plenty of times she done walked past this door, man. But I'm telling y'all, once I started getting to them 90 to 120 days, it just seemed like everything started to change, man. I wouldn't lie to y'all. So this day, she walked past and she stopped at the combo. I'm thinking she trying to put on her gloves or something like that. But it's crazy that a female who I had ended up falling out with, but I thought we were cool, but we ended up falling out. She was like, she even said it. She told me after the girl had walked off. But the girl was just standing there, and we had chopped it up for a little minute. I forget what she said. I forget what she said to me, but she said something. And I was like, no, I asked her what she was mixed with, cause I had a girlfriend like that one time that was kind of like that type of color. And I was like, what you mixed with? But I think she told me that she wasn't Mexican or nothing. I think she just said she was black, but she looked like she Mexican and black a little bit. But and she was telling me how she wasn't or whatever the situation was, and we just chopped it up. But then I was like, all right, you know, because like I said, you got to keep it moving. You can't just give them all your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep it moving. So I kept it moving. But keep in mind, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 weeks later, you know what I'm saying, just us seeing, you know what I'm saying, me saying hey and stuff like that, she give me the number. I'm trying to tell y'all this, man. I'm trying to tell you, she give me the number. I didn't ask for it, nothing. She gave me the number. Like, understand what I'm saying? Right? But we end up not talking no more because she couldn't apply to the boundaries that I put on her, to the point that she wanted to go on a date one night. And it was kind of like out the spur of the moment. See, when I was in my low vibration, y'all would have took her up on it. But man, I'm on a self-improvement journey. I'm on a whole different vibration, a whole different spirit. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't just do what I used to do. I'm trying to turn from them ways. You see what I'm saying? That's my whole thing of even doing retention. It's to turn from them ways, to put discipline on myself. So I put boundaries on and let her know, like, hey baby, you know, I value my time. we could reschedule. It don't have to, you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna be tonight. Cause it kinda like was like some spur of the moment type. She just thought I was just gonna get up and do it. See, most men would've did it. Most men would've did it, man. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. This is not an ugly female. This is a very attractive female with a nice body. Understand? So a lot of men want to turn that down, but I had the confidence to turn it down. Understand? Now, if I was still in my low vibration, I could have got that. You know what I'm saying? We could have did something. But other than that, I wasn't worried about that because I wasn't thinking with my lower nature. You know, my spirit was up, so I was in a whole different spirit. Understand what I'm saying when I say that to y'all? Come on, man. But she couldn't respect the boundaries I put on her because she's not used to that. She's used to man giving in to her. She used to man giving in to the lust of her. Understand what I'm saying when I say that? So that was another time. Then I had another time, same kind of like the same situation where, you know, another female who me and she were cool because she was from Florida too, but we were both up in Georgia. So she was like, oh, I'll chop it up with her here and there, but you know, I ain't never see her like that. Never seen her like I want to smash her, do nothing with her. You feel me? Just always just be cordial. So bam. So one day, she wasn't gonna work at the job no more. So I guess she was gonna put in a 2-week notice or whatever the situation is. And keep in mind, all she had to do is come up to me and be like, hey John, I ain't gonna be here no more. Let me go and get your Facebook so we can keep in contact, or you know, be friends on Facebook or whatever the situation is. I would have let her get the Facebook. It's simply easy as said. You know what I'm saying? Cause I wasn't gonna ask her for us. It is what it is. But do you know? She walked past. Come give me my Facebook. Do you know? I was talking to a dude, right? When she could have just came up to me and did it. You know what she did? I was talking to a dude, right? So it wasn't a room for her to go around. She had to go between us, right? But if she would have said, excuse me, we could have backed up. We could have backed up a little bit from each other because we were chopping it up. We were kind of whispering about some stuff. And we could have backed up for her to get in, right? For her to go through. Do you know that this girl slid right by me? Like right by me. She could have turned his way. And she just put her ass right on me. She made sure I felt her. Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying, y'all. She made sure I felt her. And y'all know what I mean when I say that. She made sure I felt her. And I felt her. Best believe it. I felt her. You feel me? So she didn't have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? She didn't have to do that at all. All she had to do was just ask for, you know what I'm saying, come at it a different way. But she chose to do it that way to get me in my lust and think that I was going. But I still gave her the Facebook. But it just showed me that how they manipulate their way, how they play on you, how they use their body against us. Understand what I'm saying? And she had a nice body. Understand what I'm saying? Right? So that was another time. Then another time was, and all this coming towards like 90, 120, 160. You see what I'm saying? All that coming up to these days, right? So we had another time where it was coming toward that summertime, and you know they constantly got people coming in, people quitting. Some people getting fired, but they constantly bringing people in, and a lot of them is females. So they bringing them in. Man, I'm talking about from mamas. They had a mama and a daughter. The mama even wanted to jump on me. I could have even got the daughter. I'm telling y'all don't even realize, man, I was licking past so many females, man. When I say I had so much pussy being thrown at me at one time, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, no lie. The Lord is my witness. Understand? But I feel like Satan, I feel like the Lord and Satan was testing me at the same time. Like, understand? Testing me at the same time. You gotta know Satan definitely was testing me. I know he was definitely testing me. Come on. You ain't fornicating? You ain't watching corn no more? Oh, nah, man. I gotta get you, man. I dare you leave me. You my top man. You know what I'm saying? You my top man. You been watching it since you were 12. You been watching porn since you were 12. I dare you turn around. I dare you restrain from doing it. I dare you. Understand? But I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the female, and I was already getting, you know, choosing signals, and you know what I'm saying? Cause I think I got a swag about myself, you know, just a swag about myself, which I realize I have that, you know, I got just like everybody got their own niche, their own thing. God gave us many things, many other things to win women over instead of just one. So, you know, I got many attributes. Let's just say that, many attributes to win women over. So if she don't like the way I look, I could pull her with my personality, pull her with the swag. You see what I'm saying? Like, understand, it's many different attributes that, you know, we have as men. So y'all gotta understand that, you know, when you really put in that work and you really going hard for this semen retention, you gonna get female attraction, man. Understand, man. And you ain't gotta be, I don't think you ain't gotta be the best licker, it's just your confidence gotta be there. It gotta be something that she finds. Like, even if you ain't the best licker dude, how you dress? Is your dress game on point? Is your car game on point? But I told my brother off the rip, like, one of my sayings is, she chose off the rip. She seen the man before the whip. So it ain't gotta always be no car. It ain't gotta always be no your money. Stop leading with your money. Knowing that you is valuable. Cause at the end of the day, when the money gone, if the money ain't there, you can still pull women off your personality, your swag. Understand? Your vibe, your energy. You know how many females I done got just like, oh, I like your swag. I like your energy. I like your personality. Even if she wasn't attracted to me, this is what I'm trying to tell you. See, a lot of them cats, when I done pulled, a lot of females that cats done seen me with, they try to figure out how I got them. Understand? I used to be looking at them. I be looking at them. Just like, how he got her? They think that I'm paying them. Like I'm paying for pussy or some shit like that. Man, come on, man. Come on. One thing you better know about Pooh Man, man. Pooh Man is gonna talk up on something. You best believe that. One thing you better know about Pooh Man. Pooh Man is gonna talk up on something. Understand that. You best believe that. But a lot of them be thinking that I be paying or I'm doing something other. I'm doing something that they, you know what I'm saying, something that they might not be doing. But they don't know that, you know, I just got it, man. Like, you know, some people got it, some people don't. You know? And that's just the way it is. Like, some people got it, some people don't. But I got it. Understand? So keep that in mind, y'all. You gonna have female attraction, but you gotta be able to look past it and resist the temptation and not just always give into it. Cause y'all gotta keep in mind. See, if I was still in my low vibration, I would've been a really a whore. You know what I'm saying? Just how much was being thrown at me at that time. And on 90 to 120 days, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I never forget it because it stand out to me so vividly. I'm telling you, it stand out to me so vividly. But that'll be a whole nother video if I get into just like all that was happening to me. I have to shoot maybe 2 or 3 videos. And not just 10 minutes. Understand? And not just 10 minutes. So with that being said, man, you're gonna have female attraction, but just to put the journey in a box and narrow it down to female attraction. But I told y'all watering down the journey, y'all salting down the journey, y'all belittling the journey. You know what I'm saying? This is your overall get together, your overall level up. Know that. Value yourself, love yourself. God is first. Then you worry about everything else. A female should almost really, if she ain't your wife, a female should almost be last on your list. Besides you taking care of your daily goals and handling your business, man. Understand, because it's all a balance. Remember, it's all a balance. But that was just a little couple of experiences that I gave y'all. But that was not the first. It was plenty more. You know what I'm saying? But that'll be me really going into more detail. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Going into more detail on what really happened. But with that being said, man, like matter of fact, I even had it was another female. She got to the point where she talking to me, and she started feeling me a little bit. She like, John, I would want to talk to you, but you know what I'm saying, you got too many girls on you right now. I can see it. You got too many girls on you right now. I don't want you talking to nobody. I had to go and move her to the side. You feel what I'm saying? Cause once you go to talking like that, that let me know that you let's just say you protective of what's yours. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fight for what's yours. You feel me? But I ain't on no type of game, man. I'm not going for that BS. Don't put me in no drama. I don't want to be in no drama unless it come my way. You know what I'm saying? We on defense, not offense. Remember that. But until next time, y'all now tuned into that Reds Gonna Get. I'm your host, Albino Pooh Man. Brought to you by Touch Our Family. Criminal Riders ENT, what it do, G? And if the Lord's will, we'll be back with another one.
Lord, I give you glory in that bird. Showed me quite a few times on paper, y'all, I can't deny that. Lord, please tell me what my purpose. On the road to riches, been one hell of a journey. Sure is, one hell of a journey. Y'all, keep my eyes open in time around, look them in their face. And I'ma spread more love through all the hate. Can I testify on by having your name, Lord? Can I testify on how good you been to me? Thank you, Lord. All the blessings that you said in your son Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Can I testify on by having your name, Lord? Can I